Searching the globe to find animals good enough to be called funny, it's the planet's funniest animals. The animal show that doesn't bite. So jump up on the good couch and meet a lizard with a 350 batting average. And a pig with a great slider. Plus, boxing highlights.
Yeah, no egg, just a bit of bread will do, Marty.
All that and much, much more on the planet's funniest animal. And now, the only man who's taken all three Pointer Sisters out for a walk, Matt Gallant.
Hi, and welcome to the planet's funniest animals. The only show on television that allows me to use the word Shih Tzu all I want. If you like spectator sports, but you're tired of all those crybaby players with the big egos and huge contracts, then you might prefer watching some of these animal athletes. Here's a pup who's already showing an interest in the rodeo. I guess the object is to stay on the bull until the batteries go dead. This bull dog doesn't need batteries to keep him going. All he needs is to ride the curl of the asphalt and hang 20. Way to go, moon doggy. Some dogs just know how to skate through life. Then there are those who prefer other means of transportation. According to the Encyclopedia of Birds, the cockatiel has long wings and bright markings. He feeds on fruits and berries and enjoys the sport of off-road driving. Here's an athlete taking a little indoor batting practice. Wow! Looks like he just lifted one into the cheap seats. Interestingly, he's been swinging the same bat since he was born. But practice won't help you if you don't have the right equipment. These penguins are enjoying the sport of whitewater rafting. Unfortunately, in this case, the whitewater happens to be the raft. All in all, animals are fairly predictable creatures. But add some lights, a TV reporter, and a couple cameras, and you never know what's going to happen. This TV news broadcast contains a rooster and a chicken. Try to figure out which is which. Sometimes you can tell an animal is about to embarrass you just by looking into his face. Or wherever. Okay, so you'd expect wild animals to be unpredictable, but this sheepdog certainly doesn't seem sheepish about disrupting a live broadcast.
To be the happiest dog, but Sally is going to tell you a little bit more about that. Anyway, yes, can you give us the weather first, and then...
Well, maybe he's late for another show. Okay, we've seen how working with animals on TV just opens the door to public humiliation. Now we're going to add another element, pain. In one corner, a big furry character from an Australian kids show. In the other corner, a kangaroo with an attitude.
Well, quite a few films. Regs? Regs? Whoa, what are you doing? Hey, cut it out. I think he wants to get... Oh, see how he wants to get over and see Marty. Oh, here we go again. Take it easy on him, Marty. They are the best of friends. Mate, I didn't know you were the best of friends. And Marty, that'll serve you right, Marty. That'll serve you right. You asked for that. You know, Regs. One, come on, Regs. 3, and Rex is the winner. Let him go. Let him go. I now pronounce you monster and kangaroo. What are you hanging around? Sorry about that. I go through that every week at the Animal Kingdom. Because, yeah, I usually put on the stage a little bit of bread. A lot of the kids worry about it, Darryl, because in some areas they're overpopulated, but in... Come over here. Marty. I think I'll just leave them together. This is ridiculous. Marty, go over and sit down with Dixie. You're only a troublemaker. Well, that's I've got to go back to the Animal Kingdom. All right. But I'll tell you what. Yeah, no egg, just a bit of bread will do, Marty.
I only get angry about the big things in life, like war, injustice, and that darn cellophane they put on CDs. But do you ever wonder what pushes your pet's buttons? Curly the dog proves that you don't actually have to be in a car to suffer from road rage. Of course, the sound of the horn only annoys Curly for 20 minutes. After that, he just hears a very faint ringing. The windshield wipers sure seem to be making this dog angry. Or maybe it's because the windows are up and the kid's got a full diaper. Nothing annoys Frenchie more than when somebody takes 12 very small animals and stuffs them into one plastic toy. Happy here has finally snapped after being told one too many times not to lay on the sofa. Of course, this is just a theory. He could be looking for loose change. These dogs are obviously very angered over the deafening sound. Especially since this guy always comes to vacuum during their favorite soap opera. After hours of jumping through hoops and having marine biologists water ski on your back, it's no wonder the sea's most lovable creature can get a little, well, flipped out. A social creature by nature, the average dolphin can usually tolerate 2,000 visitors a day. Unfortunately, the kid with the glasses happens to be visitor number 2001. Well, it looks like the kid got off on the wrong foot with that dolphin. Maybe if he reaches out and tries to make friends. Or maybe he should go to a friendlier exhibit, like the piranhas. Hey, don't go away, because when we come back, I'm just liable to bust out that centerfold of cat fancy.
Coming up, spring training with the Cubs. A hungry duckling. And the paw that rocks the cradle. when we return on the planet's funniest animals.
Kids and animals are a lot alike, with one major difference. When kids act like animals, we give them a timeout. When animals act like kids, we videotape it and send it into shows like this. It's bad enough that some animals think they're children. But look how this one's spoiling his dinner. Now, how's he ever gonna have room for edible roots, tubers, and seeds? When you're a kid, it's always easier to go to sleep with a cuddly friend. Of course, a queen-size bed, clean sheets, and a down comforter don't hurt either. Like all kids, these cubs love a day at the park with their mom. The only difference is their mom isn't telling them, "Get off that thing before you break your neck." Here's a pig who's like a kid in every way. Give or take 100 pounds. Dad, why don't I look like the other children? What kid doesn't love chewing a big, fresh wad of bubble gum? And then sticking the old wad on your friend's butt. Eventually, even animals get to an age when they want to take on more responsibility. Of course, if he lets go of that thing, the kid will be catapulted across the room and into his crib. Well, what do you expect for $3 an hour? Dogs are multi-talented. They're really good at herding things, retrieving things, and guarding things. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that they're pretty good at selling things in TV commercials.
Yeah. I'm sure she'll remember to let the dog in.
Maybe, but I'll try again.
Starting.
Then you think she'll remember?
She's gotten a lot more responsible. She'd never leave the dog out tonight.
Why be frustrated by a busy signal or miss an important call? With Southern Bell's call waiting, every call gets through, so no one gets left out in the cold.
The next commercial shows that if you're gonna make your dog mad, you better hope he doesn't try to seek revenge and show you his hot temper.
No, Clyde, you can't go to the park.
People have always relied on natural gas to save them money.
You'll just chase squirrels. You can't go to the park.
But you can also rely on natural gas for plenty of hot water when you need it. Because you can never have too much hot water. With one exception. A CNG.
You know, I've viewed over 2,378 commercials with animals in them. And this next one is definitely one of them.
Where would Biscuit rather sleep? On this priceless Louis XV feather bed or this bed from Pet Food Warehouse? Biscuit. That's more like it. Pet Food Warehouse. No pets, pets no us.
Living in an age of high crime, it's no wonder people are afraid to take a walk down the street. What is surprising is that the animals who have taken over the neighborhood are actually animals. Some brazen thieves have no problem stealing food from innocent people, even in broad daylight. Well, that's what happens when you're brought up on the wrong side of the lake. As you can see, some animals think nothing of taking the food right out of people's mouths. Or in this case, the chewing gum. Let's examine that theft in more detail. Hey, I think he also got his retainer. Some of these criminal critters will try to take the shirt off your back. Or at least some of the fur. And some of the more sophisticated criminals work in organized gangs, using intimidation and tenacity to get what they want. Hey, kitty cat, maybe nobody told you, this is our road. Hey, why don't you just beat it before I turn you into tennis racket strings? All right. But the joke's on them, because the cat was eating chicken. This masked bandit thinks he's getting away with something, but watch how he's deterred by the high-tech home security system.
Step away from the dish. Step away from the dish.
Then again, maybe he was just repulsed by that dirty plate some slob left out in the living room. After incidents like the one you've just seen, it's not uncommon for people in their communities to gather in their firehouses and town halls and ask, how can this happen? Well, it's important to look for the warning signs. First thing to look for in an animal is a general disrespect for authority. Warning sign number 2. A refusal to participate in normal activity. Warning sign number 3. Experimentation with mind-altering substances. Yep, too much catnip. Gone unchecked.
What?
This behavior can worsen.
What you doing?
Not only is this animal prone to assault,
doing this. Hey, you get back.
he also has a filthy mouth. Hey, don't go away. When we get back, we'll have more stars of Cage and Screen. Get it? Cage and Screen?
Coming up, scenes from The Hound of Music. A dog who jumps for joy, or whatever her name is. Plus, animals who reach new heights. When the planet's funniest animals returns.
You know, if we just spent more time with our animals teaching them tricks, the world would be a much better place to live. Oh, sure, we'd have far less time for our children, but you can't have really cool tricks without expecting something to suffer. I know, it's hard to believe, but this dog just learned to play the piano 2 days ago. On second thought, maybe he'd be better off playing the drums. Here's something interesting. It took this dog 2 whole days to teach this woman how to jump rope. Here's a horse imitating a trick he once saw in a burlesque club. You should see it when he gets his tail going the other way. Here's a guy who taught his fish how to snatch something right out of his mouth. Hopefully, it wasn't his tongue. Speckles the dog here is about to learn the simple trick of catching a tennis ball. Okay, that was pretty good. but can he catch it without doing that needless tumble? Didn't think so. Well, I guess he'll just have to work on it. While most dogs can perform their tricks in the comfort of the backyard, others prefer to perform theirs in a public park setting, even if they have to wait for all those selfish kids to get off the equipment. Samantha here is a mixed-breed Labrador Retriever who just can't resist getting her paws on all the park apparatus.
Good boy.
Obviously, the key to climbing dangerous structures is having a good arch under your foot. Hey, Samantha, you've just climbed 2 slides and a really high ladder. What are you gonna do next? Sorry we asked. The good news is she got the best seat in the stadium. The bad news is the game isn't until tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the singing group I'm about to introduce has just recorded their first gold album. No one actually bought it. That just happens to be the color of the album. Anyway, please welcome our special musical guests, Ned and his singing dog, Rex. Well, obviously Rex has silenced the critics who once called him nothing but a hound dog. Well, we had a great time, and I just want to say that if this program reached just one animal out there, then, well, we've done our job. So long.